One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us in Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get... Northwestern ready to kick it off to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So USC's offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Finds a man on the left. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. To throw, it's Fox. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. That type of big play can even make Traveler perk up and take notice.
Hey, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to fire on second down. That's caught. It's Denmark. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Makes the catch. It's Denmark. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The give to the tailback. Nice move to keep running. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Trying to pound it in. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. He'll try to do it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, USC! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
10, Northwestern, 0.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Back to throw, it's Blade. Bringing the heat. Got it in the middle, it's Grove. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. He's got it on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can spell the touchdown from here. They'll leave it with him. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Fox. And this one will be stopped for no gain. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
They're happy enough up to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. There's the pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that's a first down.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. He wants to throw it again. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Looking to pass. It's Blade. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Caught close to the marker, it's Hill. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Puts it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So now it's second and long. Trying play action. With the catch, it's Schaefer. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The give on the option. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Trojans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Boom. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking for a man, it's Fox. Makes the grab on the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Fights off a defender. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Fuller. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Third down conversion's always a huge stat. And they've got a third and long from the 27. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Punt is in the air on fourth down. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To the air, it's Fox. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. High the chains now on second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fires to the big fella. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Snap's going to come from the 23 on first and 10. To the air on first down. He's got him. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Trojans can really attack on this second and short. The give to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. From the gun. For 6. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Offside defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stand. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. This is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple of games now has been lack of effort. So if you're on the coaching staff, maybe you're ready to start giving new guys an opportunity to see the field and just see what they can do.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.